just wrapping up a run. Little non-clinical tip, I'm on my cool down walk. The end of each run, if you want to recover, cool down. I like to do about 10% of my distance as cool down, right? So I ran 4 miles, I'll cool down for 0.4 miles. Pretty easy. This time tomorrow, I'll be ready to do it all over again. One of the things I've kind of noticed, right? One of the cool things about running is that it's a meditative exercise, right? I got a lot of time to think by myself, right? There's really nothing around me. One of the things I've thought about recently is just how similar running is to managing our personal finances. You know, if you think about personal finance and running, if we were to design our ideal financial life, it would be flat, right? No hills, no ups, no downs, just like running on a track, running on a treadmill. But what we learned quickly is that life's not like that, right? Just like running's not like that. Running outside, it's anything but flat, right? Those hills are brutal. And what you learn over the course of running and over the course of navigating your financial life, that first uphill really sucks, right? Man, you're looking at it, you go, when's this thing gonna end? You're struggling, you're huffing, your heart rate's getting up, and all you can focus on is getting over that hill. And all you can focus on is putting the next foot down, right? You can't think about anything in the future. You can't think about the other side of that hill. All you gotta focus on is getting up that hill. And then once you do, once you focus on that, all of a sudden you're cresting that hill. It starts to flatten out, it starts to level out. And what tends to be on the other side of a hill is a pretty steep downhill, right? So when we think about personal finance, those downhills are where we can really add some value to our life. Now we've got a tendency to want to coast, right, on those downhills. We got a tendency to want to slow down, maybe stop, catch our breath. That's fine, right? Once you crest that hill, catch your breath a little bit, let your heart rate come down. But at a certain point, you're going to pick up speed on that downhill. And that's when you're running. That's where you're really going to pick up speed and build that momentum. Similar with finance. Those downhills, right? Once you get over that uphill, once you get past that really tough portion of your financial life, and you find yourself on the other side of that hill and going down that slope, that's when we build momentum. That's when we build those safe habits. That's when we attack that debt. That's when we increase those savings rates. Because the other thing we know, right, and as you learn through running, is that once you get to the bottom of that hill, guess what? You're going back up a hill again. But if you can set yourself up with that momentum, build up speed, lower your heart rate again, you're going to be fine getting up that next hill. Because on the other side of that, it's another downhill. Same thing with personal finance, right? If you can set yourself up well on the downhill, next time you hit that uphill, you're going to be in a much better spot to do it. So focus on getting through those uphills and then build that speed on those downhills.